He ain't the main guy. He just was the nigga that was in charge of Jurassic Park, but he ain't the main guy. He wasn't the star.
I'm not saying the old man. I'm saying.
I thought you meant the old man. Who you talking about?
I'm talking about the archaeologist.
Yeah, that's
It's
the old
Laura
man.
Dern and that other guy.
Man, if it ain't Jeff Goldblum, who we talking about? Did you see the new one?
No, I haven't seen
saw
it
the
for
new one.
years. Really?
Really bad.
Oh shit.
Wasn't even about fucking dinosaurs. It was about bugs and shit. It was weird.
Speaking of non-leads, I just saw Independence Day last night for the first time.
Ever?
Yeah, for the first time ever.
Independence Day with Will Smith?
Yeah, but the lead of that movie is Jeff Goldblum. The lead of that movie isn't Will Smith, but I always thought it was a Will Smith movie.
No, you hating. Will Smith definitely took the lead in that movie.
Will Smith is the action
He
star
became
of
the
that
motherfucking
movie.
star in that movie.
Yeah, but it's the protagonist is definitely Jeff Goldblum,
I love Jeff Goldblum.
or maybe the president, Bill Pullman. Is that who that is?
I love Jeff Goldblum.
He's great.
Yeah. He's swaggy as hell, too.
That's true.
He be getting fits off crazy.
It's true. Jeff Goldblum's Instagram full of fits.
Full of fits.
It is July 6th, which means it was July 4th, which means everybody was out there celebrating. And I'm sure there's a lot of conversations that were like, America, right?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine people are like celebrating and shit. How'd you celebrate, Chris?
Well,
Oh, you didn't yet because
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Because we're in the past.
Because we are in the past. We live in the past. Y'all live in the future.
We're in July 3rd. We don't even know what crazy shit went down on July 4th yet.
What if some wild shit really went down? Like, what if like the Capitol rioters came back?
They were like, Civil War, baby.
What do you think they would strike next if they like the Capitol rioters are like, we're gonna riot somewhere new. The Capitol is not this hot spot anymore. Where this year would be the new spot that the Capitol rioters went?
But are you celebrating July 4th? Do you think you think if you see a guy wearing a American flag shirt on an ordinary day, you're thinking Republican, right?
I'm thinking like aggressive. Yeah, I'm thinking like, a American flag nowadays just doesn't mean what it used to mean. You know what I'm saying? It is pretty aggressive now. Yeah, you probably are Republican, or at least you're either Republican or you don't let a party hold you down. One or the other.
Or you're like beyond Republican.
Yeah, you're
Or
beyond Republican
you're
for
like, I
sure.
don't trust anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which weirdly you're like, but I am wearing
Republican,
the American
but I am
flag.
Republican.
But then on 4th of July, do you still feel that way about
Well, we haven't really been outside in the last 2 years. So it's been interesting like for you to be like, oh, do you feel that way? I don't know. This is gonna be like the first 4th. I feel like in a while that people have been outside and been 4th-y. Were people 4th-y last year?
I don't
Excuse me.
remember 4th last.
Nah.
Oh yeah, I just took a little bike ride. It wasn't that
See,
crazy.
it wasn't 4th-y. This year I feel like people are back to getting 4th-y. So we gonna see what that really looks like. I don't know, man. I don't really fuck with the American flag right now. I fuck with the American people somewhat. Some of them, the ones that watch this show. But I don't really be fucking with the American flag like that. I always feel like when I see it, it's always a person that feels like they want to argue with you. Like whenever I see it now, it's always like in line at the airport or somewhere where you like, this dude is looking for trouble.
Oh, I feel like when you're in the airport, like half the people are wearing American flags.
Yeah, what is that about?
I just think that people don't really have a big sense of style, and they're like, well, America's cool.
No.
And so they just like buy, when they don't know what to wear.
They wear Janko jeans and other shit. They don't fucking go right to America.
Janko jeans.
I don't fucking know. I'm just saying, like, when I think about the person who's wearing the American flag, I feel like it's a guy that's like, yo, I stand with America. With America.
Yeah. But you're underestimating the amount of guys that don't know what to put on their wall next to like their mattress on the floor, who are like, I guess an American flag would work.
I feel like that used
because
to
like
be
they
the
can't
case.
think of anything.
But I feel like that used to be the case. I feel like now, for you to make that same decision, I'm not giving you the out of like, I don't know what else to put here. There's so many other things to put there.
What are they just like?
You can just
a John Belushi college.
Wherever else you bought the
poster?
fucking American flag from, I'm pretty sure he sold other stuff that was also
Just a
just as
Minions
shitty.
poster?
Yeah, just other stuff that's also as shitty here. Like a fat head. This is my favorite. You know the fat head stickers, the big stickers?
No.
Sports stickers. You go in dudes' rooms and they got like Nolan Ryan on their wall pitching and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yo, it's a fat
Yeah,
head,
yeah,
dude.
sports stuff. What did your walls look like when you were like a teenager?
When I was growing up, when I was a teenager, I never was really the wall guy.
You weren't.
No, I wasn't like posters. You're a punk rocker, man. This is your whole world. I know you were a poster wall guy for sure.
I got a poster for sure.
As a teenager, who would I really be putting on my walls? You gotta think about that.
Well, I had the 96 Bulls on my wall.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
I thought maybe that would cross over.
Yeah, nah, I had some sports shit up. If I had anything on my wall, it was like a sports, like the little flags I used to have. Like I had one for Derek Jeter for the Yankees.
Yeah.
And shit, I had one for the Cubs. But I never really was like the wall guy. Like I never, I understand. I grew up in the hood, so I couldn't put hood niggas on my wall. That's weird. Like what I'm gonna do? Put 50 Cent on my wall and be like, "Ooh yeah, I want to be a do rag."
There are like I have to admit that I was part of the subset of men who put women on the wall as well. I just I just put like hot girls. I got hot girls on my wall. I wasn't like a super hot girl guy. I didn't have like cars and hot girls.
Was you beating off though to the wall? Like was you ever like lonely night?
As a young teenager, yeah, I mean probably.
Damn.
Let's be honest with ourselves. We didn't have like full on. We didn't have it would just, the amount of time it would take to download a video of porn.
Yeah,
it was barely watching. But then every once in a while, you're a horny little teenager. You want to masturbate.
And you download.
You do have a Rolling Stone cover of Britney Spears on your ceiling. You're gonna look at it.
Oh man, was that put there for that?
That one was not. But there was like if you look at the design of my wall, like the pretty girls happen to be right in vision of the place you would jerk off. So
damn,
the
place you would jerk off.
Yeah, the place I would. But like it was like I wasn't fooling anybody looking back. I wasn't just like I don't know. I just put girls there. It was like
I never had any girls on my walls for a couple reasons. I don't think my parents would have like really flew for that shit. They'd be like, "Oh, that's weird. You being weird." And then I think secondly, I just wasn't the dude that was like in. I never had like even the girls I had like a crush on. I never had like poster crush worthy. Like I always told myself I could get that girl.
Wow.
As a kid, I was a crazy person. I used to be, I swear to God, these are true stories.
Like,
my girl hates it. She just smacks her lip.
You were like, I could get that? Like,
I used to like
who is the
I got you. I'll give you the
you?
example. Once my glasses go on now. I had a crush on Maya as a kid. I thought Maya was so hot, but I used to always be like, if I meet Maya, I was so much younger than Maya. I had no chance of getting Maya. But in my head as a kid, I was like, if I just meet Maya, there's no way I don't pull her.
Wow. I don't even think that crossed my mind. Like I don't think the idea that I could be in the same universe as Jennifer Love Hewitt crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But I even think today I found out that I have like a one connection to Jennifer Love Hewitt, and I got freaked out. I was like, I can never meet her.
Our boy used to date her. Yeah.
I know, and I was like, oh my God, can you imagine?
Yeah,
dating Jennifer, like that is so cool. Foreign to me, and even when it's close to me, it still feels foreign to me.
I thought that was cool though. Homie came through. It was like, I date Jennifer Love Hewitt. I was like, yo, that's one of the ones though. As a kid, that like I wasn't even like dibbling and dabbling on white chicks yet, but I thought Jennifer Love Hewitt was popping. I thought she was hot.
Oh my God, yeah, dream girl.
Yeah,
for sure.
She's your dream girl.
Yeah, that's the one I can remember. I know there were like a few other ones. But Jennifer Love Hewitt was definitely like, I didn't watch any Courtney Cox shows, but I thought Courtney Cox was hot.
I didn't think Courtney Cox was that hot. Alahna, did you have like a dream guy growing up that you were like, oh my God, did you put posters on your wall and stuff?
I wasn't allowed.
Oh,
posters on the wall.
Okay.
My sister had Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Devin Sawa. She really liked.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. He was in some movies.
Oh.
Jake. No. Josh Hartnett. I remember the guys my sister was into more than I remember, because the girls were like obsessed with them. They had like a poster, and then they would like draw their name like in the, you know what I mean? Like they would like doodle the celebrity's name. I was never like doodling Jennifer Love Hewitt with my last name.
Oh, well, but you did dream about like marrying her though. You would have took her last name.
I don't even feel like it felt like it was close. I was in this little small town. It was like a different thing.
How do you feel as a man? Do you feel like, are you like, I know you're a very, you're definitely a strong guy, but you also Are you a feminist for sure? As am I. How do you feel about taking, your wife's last name? If your wife was to be like, take my last name, would you feel? Is that a place that you like? I put my fucking foot down right here. I ain't taking your fucking last name. This legacy got to live on through this dick.
I feel like a responsibility to like my family a little more.
Yeah, Chris, talk that shit. Let her know right now.
To like continue that. Also, like I got a more. Well, here's the thing. I have a more original last name, right?
Yeah.
But she has like a smoother last name. Like for the kid, giving the kid Reinacher is like, but then giving them Gomez is easy. But it's kind of basic, right?
Yeah.
Her last name's Gomez. What if I became Chris Gomez? That would be a little inauthentic, right?
But then you could get way more
Why
roles.
not?
I could get
You
more
could
roles.
audition as
For
Gomez.
some
Yeah.
reason, he's named Chris Gomez.
He's Chris Gomez,
I
and they
like
would
it.
never fucking question you.
Chris Gomez.
Chris
Yeah, you know we
Gomez.
don't question motherfuckers. All you gotta do is change your last name. We'd be like, I guess he got a part fucking Hispanic in him. He don't really mention it.
Yeah, he must be like Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris
Oh, why you
Gomez.
can't be Hispanic?
Well, you think I could be like a Mexican guy? I feel like I could
You
be
gotta
like
be
a
like in
Spanish
Spain,
guy.
yeah.
That's what I
But
was
you
saying.
could also be Mexican. You know what I'm saying? You
No.
never
Could
seen? No, not for
No.
real. But you ain't never met a fucking white person nowadays that like will tell you they part something and you like get the fuck out of here.
And they're like, my name's Tomas.
I worked
And
with
you're like,
somebody-
Shut up. Your name's Thomas.
Yeah, I worked with somebody not too
Fucking
long ago
weirdo.
that was like they would get on all the calls, all these calls with me and be like, they would kick off the calls saying they're Indian. And I knew they were just white in my opinion. Like they just looked so white. They were white. I was like, yo, why are you so thirsty to get on each call and say that you're Indian? And I was just like, I guess it's because it's popping right now. So if you want to go with Chris Gomez, fam, go with Chris Gomez. We're going to question you. It's bad
All right,
advice.
what's up? It's AKA Chris Gomez.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wine and Weed.
Yeah, say it in Spanish.
Bienvenido a Wine and Weed.
Yeah.
Y weed. Soy Chris Reinacher, aka Chris Gomez, aka
Yeah.
The Connoisseur, aka La La La, aka Do You Like It? Do You Love It?
Ooh.
Do You Gotta Have It? Aka Speed Bump, aka My Friends Are Speed Bumps, aka Elusive Moose, aka people were giving me throwback
Goop
ones. Your new
and-
baby daddy, aka the Goop in Your Gap, and with me, as always,
Sterling Steelo Brim, aka that dude, aka S to the B to the best of the breed, aka it's that third leg, it's just me, aka Concerned Father, aka Black Mama, aka Black Mamba, aka Stevenson, Stylinson, your stylist, your Uncle Elroy, I guess the last but not least, your Uncle Elroy, and with us, as always, reading the facts right now.
I was just reading some of the comments and someone said, bring back AKA plant-based dick.
Plant-based deals me.
That was from Nikki's episode when we were vegan for a second.
Oh yeah, I was giving out plant-based dick. Man, it's a better time.
I gotta
videos.
rewatch some Wine and Weed.
I know. I got. Yeah, I had a couple old ones too. I had what was it? COVID? No, Corona.
Corona Cowboy was Chris.
No,
Oh,
no, I had
Corona
Corona
Companion.
Companion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Man,
Yeah, a whole
Wow.
bunch, man. We used to be something.
we've been doing this show for a little bit now.
We've been doing this show for a fucking little bit. And if you don't know about this show, what we normally do is drink a little wine, smoke a little weed while we go over the news and facts of the week.
Yeah.
And since it's the 4th of July, I wanted to keep it a little more American. We want to let you guys know how we really feel about America, as we discuss anyway on the show each week. But we're going to really dive in and just let you guys feel our American soul. So I'm American, Chris. At the end of the day, I can fight this. I can run away from it all I want. You get it, slaves? No, but I can run away from it all I want. But at the end of the day, Chris, I am an African-American man.
Yeah. And do you think you are proud to be an American?
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't think I'm ever proud to be an American. I think that I like being an American. I think it's convenient at times. I think we have a lot of good things in this country that I look at and I'm like, damn, this country does have some good ideologies in some ways and some good things on paper. But what they actually meant, and some things not on paper, but what they actually meant and what this country actually represents, it's hard to be proud. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it means to be black, to be American. I think people look at us as our own fucking thing. So sometimes I struggle with being American. And I think when I travel, no one really likes us. So it makes it also very hard for me to be like American. But, I don't know if there's any other place I'd rather be right now.
Nice. Yeah.
I love how guys still like, but you know what, Chris? What else am I gonna do?
I
He's
guess
like,
so.
Nice.
I am an American. Let's keep it at I am an American. Not I'm proud. It's a beautiful country. It's a bunch of beautiful places. And I think the majority of the people out there are good people.
You do? Do you actually believe that, or do you just say that kind of shit because it sounds good?
I think if you really like talk to most people, they're good people. I think maybe 20% are crazy. And then
Really?
and then maybe like 20% are evil. So I'd say 60% are good people. And maybe 10% of those are kind of neutral depending on the environment, but they have good intentions.
So then that's just 50-50. You got us back to the country's
but
divided.
the majority is
But
still
the
good
country's
people,
divided.
right? Because
You
there's
think the majority is good people?
That's what I said. I don't know about that.
I think half the people are good. I would actually think it's a third people good, a third people depending on the situation, and then I'm pretty sure a third people are like kind of bad people.
Perfect segue. I just came back from seeing the new Minions movie, right?
Perfect segue.
Yeah, and there's some really good villains in that movie. Like they're good villains. Like they do. So I think that what you think is like good people, I may think like also there are some good people, right? But there are some of those people we're talking about are just good villains. They're not good people. We're just putting them on a scale that's like, oh, you're not the worst person. You got some good characteristics to you, but overall they're bad people.
The case in point is the fucking woman who is kind of being the whistleblower right now with the January 6th stuff, who is the assistant to Mark Meadows, the chief of staff for the president. She's coming out and just telling us what happened in the White House on that day.
Yeah.
And she's just being honest under oath. And a bunch of people are coming out and being like, this is a true patriot. This is what America looks like. It's like, no, she's fucking not. She fucking worked in that White House for so fucking long. And one time she told the truth. And I'm sure with somebody who cut her teeth with people like Mark Meadows, she like decided that she's going to get something out of it.
My point, but people will argue, well, she could have just kept being a villain forever.
And she was good once.
Yeah, if you're good once at the right time,
It
people
is
are
probably
like,
self-motivated.
maybe, shit.
Maybe.
But do we need her to be good though?
Yes.
Yeah, well, hey, we kind of need her right now, so we should shut the fuck up.
She was good.
Let's take her. She was good. You did great.
She was good.
Whatever you did. She's the one telling us that Trump basically was inciting the whole thing and basically trying to like
that he wanted to go to the Capitol.
And the whole thing he kept saying was
them.
like, hey, I don't care about them having guns because the people with the guns are on my side.
So take out the metal detectors. Let them through. They're not here to hurt me.
Straight gang,
and also he wanted to go in there. Can you imagine the fucking photo ops for the rest of fucking history if he got in there while there was just like someone in the background smearing poop on the wall?
Do you think there could ever be a fucking a Trojan horse, black or not, person of color or not, a Trojan horse within the FBI who's like, oh, I'm going to be a part of the FBI, act like just the FBI person, but I'm going to investigate the FBI and blah, 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 and everything else within it to fucking shut down how America handles blue, blue, blue. I'm just making up bullshit in my head right now.
Yeah, and then they're going to be killed.
Yeah, of course.
FBI.
But I'm just more saying, like, do you think there's ever a world where America's held at trial?
And who would be holding America at trial? You think holding the FBI at trial would be holding America at trial?
No, I think I think we just hold America. Who would hold America at trial?
See, it's a great. It'd
have to be the UN.
It's like a bad
The
company
UN would
where,
have to
where
hold the
no one is actually
the
accountable.
UN would do it. The UN would do it. The UN would
They
have
would be
to-
like, hey, wait, but who are they holding accountable? That's who is? There's a lot of bad guys in here.
in
It would have
America.
to be our whole.
Or there were historically, but then
Wait, whoa, were you just trying to like imply the bad guys are gone?
no, I mean like
Take your glasses off. I can't tell who you're speaking to.
I was talking to Chris.
I'm like, you're just looking in this direction.
The
I'm like,
fuck?
I don't know.
You're not
who
even on
should
camera.
answer.
Be quiet. You're not a real person.
Dang.
wait, what was the question? Whether
Are you
Alana's a real
implying?
person?
I'm not. Are you implying that all the bad guys are gone? Was the question?
No. I was just saying like historically there have been a lot of bad guys in America.
Yeah, that's true. I was just throwing out like a fake concept, and now you know it's gonna be like, who's actually gonna hold them fucking accountable? It's like,
No,
shut
I'm
the
just
fuck
saying
up, Chris. You knew it was
how
fake.
would you?
Who's gonna take these niggas to court?
I think I'm still interested in setting the reset button on America. I think that'd be cool if next election we were just like, hey, let's just start over.
We would need we would need to bring it full circle. We would legitimately need Will Smith and that fucking the thing the neuralizer, is that what it was called, on Men in Black, to fucking get rid of everyone's memory. We just come in and we just like do all that shit and then we restructure.
Like, everyone
Could a
gets
politician
along.
run on that? Like, I want to start over.
I'm gonna brain.
It's just amazing when you see that like politics is forever like changed for this guy and like from this guy, and now everything may have an element of, well, the whole system is rigged and people are going to lose faith in the entire system, which is really just losing faith in the country itself. So I just think we should just agree that like we're headed down that road. Everyone's gonna lose faith in this country. Why don't we stop real quick, unplug it, plug it back in.
What does that
hard
even mean,
reset.
though? What does that even mean? And
I
that,
think-
and that's
You
why.
gotta unplug it and buy a new one. You gotta upgrade. I don't think it's unplug it, blow it off, and plug it back in, because that's just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
It's the
Buy
same
a new
system.
one?
You gotta
Yeah.
buy a new one.
Well, you gotta
New flag?
You gotta build a new one. You talking about just a flag?
No, I'm talking about the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta like build it over. Unplugging it and plugging it back is just faking the funk. You're just being a part of the system by being like, we unplugged it and plugged it back. We don't see what's wrong. It's like it's the same thing. But I don't think America will ever fucking update their system. They wouldn't be
It's
America.
just gonna be slow motion forever, or just slow
I
motion
don't know.
backwards.
I think we'll just pretend. I think we'll keep pretending. I think we always have groups that, do as much. And I think America allows the game of letting you feel like you're getting close. That's the game they play of like, we'll make you feel like you're getting close, but we'll never actually let you progress. It's a sad game.
yeah,
But we feel closer, right? Woo!
little by little.
So eat those glizzies on this 4th of July.
Delta Airlines reportedly offers passengers $10,000 each to get off oversold flight. Passengers on a Delta Airlines flight from Michigan to Minnesota reported that the airline offered them $10,000 this week to give up their seat on an oversold flight. Yes, $10,000.
And they ain't take it?
The airline offered the money to each passenger who volunteered to be bumped from a domestic flight out of Grand Rapids Monday morning. Delta did not immediately return a request for comment. Jason Alton, a tech columnist, was sitting on the outbound plane waiting for the aircraft to leave the gate when a flight attendant got on the intercom. The crew was looking for 8 volunteers to get up their seats on the apparently oversold flight, offering them $10,000 each. If you have Apple Pay, you'll even have the money right now, the flight attendant said.
The fuck out of here. 80 racks they was willing to give up for this
His
one
group
flight.
of 8, whose final destination was Alaska, didn't raise their hands because they didn't immediately know how many volunteers were needed. Had we known it was 8, we would have gotten off. By the time that was clear, 4 or 5 people had already left. Spoiler alert, we did not take it for reasons I'm not going to get into because my wife is still not pleased about it.
We are rich. No, she's mad.
Yeah, she's mad.
Damn.
Yeah, 10 racks.
Yeah, the offer started at $5,000 and it increased all the way up to $10,000.
So this is what
I
I
was
wonder.
surprised
This,
not more people took the 5.
so this is what I wonder. I wonder, was it like some fucking mega millionaire fucking person who missed his jet or something happened and he needed to make some kind of flight and he was like, hey, I'll pay as much as 150 racks. And Delta was like, we'll pocket, 70 racks right here and we'll offer the other people 10,000. I'm making this all up. I'm just more saying like, how the fuck do you even get to a point where you're offering $10,000 per ticket to 8 people, $80,000 for one flight? What world does this make
80,000?
sense?
Yeah.
Because they're charging so much money for tickets right now from fucking everybody. They're making so much fucking money.
Yeah, but
it costs twice as much to fly anywhere right now.
That doesn't matter. Why
I'm
are you
just saying,
offering
why-
$80,000?
Because
like,
they
how
had
much
to
did
get 8
those
people
new
off the
people
flight.
Yeah, like
pay
the new
for
people
these
would need to
seats?
get on these seats is what I'm saying. Like, how much
And why are
did
they
you charge them, or
prioritizing?
why are you trying to get us off the flight?
Oh,
Like,
why did those people have priority versus the people who are already on the plane?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying like for the people, like for you to be offering 80,000 says to me that some very important people need to be on this flight. Why is $80,000 $80,000 ever?
Wow.
You know how much you get for a voucher, nigga? You get $250 in a hotel room right by the goddamn airport.
I've heard them doing this type of thing before.
And the flight is from
10,000
Michigan
You've
to
never. No,
Minnesota?
I'm saying. What you mean this type of thing? I've done it before. I've taken a flight
But
from.
they've already been on the flight in this circumstance, right?
Yeah, they were already boarded.
That's really strange.
I've been on an old book flight and I've taken a ticket before when I wanted to stay before in a town for an extra night. And that for a broke dude, and you hear that, you like, shit, they better than pay me to stay in an extra night in a town I want to stay in. Amazing. But like $10,000
It
per
sounds like
ticket?
they also said for 5,000 and nobody fucking raised their hand. So
Yeah,
he
they
said,
kept going
okay,
up.
–
$10,000.
How important is this flight? It was from Grand Rapids?
Yeah, from Grand Rapids. It's
To
from
where?
Michigan to Minnesota.
What
I bet
the
all those
fuck?
people had such a shitty travel experience up to that point that they were like,
I wanna
"It's
know
not
what was going on
fucking worth it."
in Minnesota and fucking Michigan.
Why
And
they
they're
need
not
to
even
get-
that far apart to be spending 10 racks.
10K, go rent a car. From the
Nigga, what? I'm
station, go
going
drive
overseas
back.
immediately. I'm like, I was going to fucking from Michigan to Minnesota. Now I'm going to fucking Switzerland
for
Shit.
a week with my family.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I posted something today. I don't know if y'all saw it. It's an article we didn't put in the group chat, but I posted that Mickey Mouse could soon leave Disney as a 95-year copyright nears expiration.
Oh wow.
Mickey Mouse about to be a fucking free agent, nigga. Did y'all even know Mickey Mouse could become a free agent?
No.
I thought he was
I thought
Disney.
that was Disney,
I thought
yeah.
it was. Yeah, it's like, how can Mickey Mouse become a free agent? And who would he sign with? Marvel for sure. Marvel for sure. Imagine
Damn.
Mickey becomes an Avenger, nigga. That would be insane.
That just means that they can put Mickey in anything.
In anything.
Now.
In anything, he crossing over, doing all type of shit, just selling his soul. He like Lil Wayne in 06, just dropping verses out for everybody. Mickey just pulling up on your ass. They're like, oh, she watching some random, you watching Creed 3. You think it's just Mike and Mickey come out of nowhere. You like, what the fuck?
Mickey got in this.
Hey, Mickey's in everything.
Also, yeah, he's gonna be like, he's like not gonna say no to anything.
Yeah,
He
ain't
can't.
Yeah, because how much you think Mickey get charged to do cameos while he on hiatus, while he on free agency?
I think he's just gonna like Sam Jackson. He's gonna be doing cameos. He's just gonna say yes to every part that
Damn,
comes his
I
way.
said they put him in Marvel, but guess what? Mickey already in Disney. Disney's already Marvel.
Oh yeah, he
They
would have
own that
already
shit.
done it.
Where Mickey going then? Where could he even be going? It's only
I
like
mean,
5 properties.
He's
5.
going into some pretty inappropriate stuff. Let's be honest.
He's going to porn?
Yeah, he's.
There is no other way for him to go.
Mickey's gonna be all over it.
Dickie's
Really
his
weird
new
place
name.
you've never seen before. Piglet is already in this place. Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear?
Oh, they're making a scary movie about Pooh Bear.
I saw that.
Yeah,
that already came out, right?
That's because Pooh Bear hit the public domain.
Yeah, I know that already came out. Winnie the Pooh, you mean?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
It's not Pooh Bear. Who the fuck is
Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear.
Oh, I didn't watch the actual show. You used to watch the show?
Not really.
It
but
sounds like you just sang
it's
the
me
song.
and it's you and good old
you
Winnie
literally
the
just
Pooh.
sang the song.
'Cause it's a banger. Everybody
I don't know if it
knows.
was a fucking banger. I don't know it. Everybody doesn't know it. I don't know it. Do you
did
know
I
Pooh Bear, the
watch-
Winnie the Pooh Bear?
I did not.
Oh, you guys didn't?
No, I don't know it at all.
Do you guys know Gummy Bears?
Gummy bears? Ain't it
Bouncing
the gummy bears? Here are the gummy bears.
Did you guys know the Berenstein Bears?
Yeah,
Is
but
that
it's
a
not
theme song?
It wasn't a song.
I was trying to be
Just
included.
trying to fucking jump in. Of course you know Berenstain Bears. I used to love Berenstain Bears. That's
What's
my
the theme
shit.
song?
There is no fucking theme song.
There is a theme song.
Berenstain Bears.
Berenstein Bears. See?
Did you watch a television show of Bernstein Bears?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I
read the books.
So that
I
means there
only read
has
the
to be a
book.
theme song.
I read the
Hold
book, but I
on.
The
did
books
watch
are
the
way
show.
better.
The books are way better. The exact same thing.
Yeah, they're probably.
I told you Arthur was my shit.
What animals are the Bernstein? They're bears.
The
They're
bears. What the
They
fuck?
don't really look
What
like
you-
bears.
They do look like bears. No, that is
No.
racist. That is Crocker Barrel's music when you walk in.
That is not
Here's
a catchy
Bears.
theme
Bears.
song.
Feels very 4th of July-ish.
I don't like. I mean, I was just thinking about the music bit on that. Think about Rescue Rangers. They had like Rescue Rangers. All
Yeah.
those cartoon theme songs are like jams, and
Yeah,
then that somehow got
jams, yeah.
through.
That's crazy. If you were born in the Midwest, what kind of white person do you think you'd be, Chris? Like, do you have any Midwest vibes to you? Like, do you have family from the Midwest or some shit?
My brother-in-law's from Minnesota.
They don't count. No brother-in-law shit. He got married
I
to
know
the family.
people from Minnesota.
You know people. I mean, you have family,
like,
motherfucker.
no, I don't have family from the
Oh,
Midwest.
okay, but what kind
No
of like
South or
if you live
Midwest.
like south or somewhere, what kind of white person do you think you'd be? Because you're very California right now. So do you think you just like you would like soak in to wherever you're from,
like straw overall?
yeah, you think you'd
type
be
guy?
that type of dude? You think 4th of July would be a whole thing for your whole experience? You'd be down for, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if I ever like could
Picture
totally
yourself?
fall totally in with that.
Damn.
I guess I can't. I could wear their hats.
See, right now you're
I
pretending.
look like a different guy with a hat.
but you're pretending. I need you to like really
Like
feel it.
really just draw back like from my
Yeah.
childhood.
Yeah, be
And
birthed
say,
right
what
there.
if that went different?
Yeah.
And I wound up to be this Midwest guy. I think I'd just kind of have a sunburned face and like no and like no shirt under my overalls.
Okay.
And kind of just be like,
That's cool.
you know.
So you wouldn't be smart at all. You just take you just
I
make this
think-
person
or
an
maybe
idiot.
I'll be like an angsty
White.
kind of farmhand who's like, I could have done other things. You know. Like,
Okay, I can see
I think I
you.
could live in that space.
I don't like you in that space, but I can
like
see you
a
in that
sad
space a little bit.
alcoholic.
Yeah,
I never left. I never did anything.
but
and-
you still can.
But I don't.
Does
like,
anyone ever tell the alcoholics that the sad alcoholics that they still can?
I think people do.
Okay, people do. They just don't do it.
Yeah. Well,
Because you don't have to be a sad alcoholic. You can be a happy alcoholic, but you're normally sad because you don't have money, and alcoholism is actually killing you and consuming you. But if you were a happy alcoholic, this means you're rich.
Alcohol is a depressant.
Yeah, but still, I still think like in order for you to like, you might also be depressed because you're spending your last money on this alcohol. Versus if you got more money and you buy alcohol, you can kind of find some happiness in that.
yeah, you think Johnny Depp was happy during all that?
I don't
I don't know if it's quite happiness. But
I don't know. I didn't even keep up with the trial, bro. I told you that. I didn't like really tune in.
I
at
just
all.
don't think
It didn't look good
I don't
for
think the
either.
rich alcoholics are completely happy either.
Yeah, you're right. You know what?
Yeah.
No. I said they can at least like pretend and find. Yeah, but so you think that the sadness is the same level of sadness?
Not the same level of sadness
Yeah.
because like there's other, life is harder for the poor alcoholic than the rich alcoholic,
Yeah, but-
hands down.
Yeah, but it's the dude who like spends
both
his
sad.
last on crack versus the dude who like does coke all the time. You kind of like it is different.
They both sit with themselves pretty unhappy.
I think they sit with themselves completely different. The one is sitting in shit, and the other is not.
just physically in the location they are.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but they both inside they sit
For
with
sure,
themselves.
I'm back
Yeah.
again with you
Yeah,
on all
yeah.
of this. No, we're not losing.
But not
the fact that
physically.
no-
Like physically, one of them has like newspaper.
I
in
feel
a
like one is
corner,
physically sitting in shit.
and the other one is like almost drowning in the bathtub, but not
Yes,
quite.
but not shit.
No,
Yeah,
no,
not-
and that one's a better life, but like, it's
But they're
not.
both pretty bad.
They're both like going like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
You
I
think-
need to change?
Man, there's coke out there that does the same thing as crack? Does coke do the same thing as crack? I don't
Yeah,
fucking no.
I think
Do
so.
they? No,
Yeah.
crack is way worse
I mean,
than coke.
crack
Isn't it?
is the same central element, but like it's more extreme.
Well, crack is the actual garbage off of cocaine. It's the trash.
Yeah, you use coke to make crack.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it makes more, but it's harder.
But I'm saying it's the actual trash they take off of the coke when they're purifying the coke.
oh, I didn't.
That's what they're
know that.
cooking. Yeah, that's why it's so cheap.
Oh,
Cocaine
like
is a rich
the-
person's drug.
It's like the leaves of weed. You ever like smoke a joint?
Yeah,
of
you smoke the
It's
leaves, you be smoke-
terrible,
Terrible.
but it gets you just a little bit high.
I don't like that. Not that little bit high shit.
It's not a good experience.
Not enjoyable.
Invasive giant snail sighting forces South Florida county into quarantine. One of the most damaging snails in the world was recently spotted in a Florida city, forcing a quarantine in part of the city, according to the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services.
God damn.
A giant African land snail was found by a master gardener
How?
on June 23rd. Although snails may seem harmless, these crawly creatures can pose a serious health risk to humans as they carry the parasite rat lungworm, which can cause meningitis. And they can grow up to 8 inches long or about the size of a standard coffee mug.
Back
The
to
snails
coffee.
also consume at least 500 different types of plants, posing a threat to Florida's natural areas. The quarantine area spans nearly 6 miles, and it does prohibit residents themselves from traveling, but it doesn't prohibit residents themselves from traveling, but it does prohibit any movement of plants, soil, compost, or yard waste in the area without permission.
Quarantine's kind of weird because it's not like a snail can like sneak up on you. Can they?
but it's just saying to me like it's gotta be crazy as fuck for them to one snail shut the whole city down, shut the whole town down. That's crazy, fam. You know how much power you gotta have to pull up on niggas and they like, yo, shut this shit down. The snails here. Also, how does African snail get here? Who brought this nigga here?
Some fucking Floridian did.
You think somebody like either bought him off like line
This
off
is
the
the
black
picture
market?
of how big the snails
I
can
s-
get.
Yeah, it's just-
This snail's
Yeah.
like snail body, like the slug part of him is the size of like my middle finger to my
I
shoulder.
thought you were gonna say something completely
Yeah.
different.
No, I was just doing it for people just listening.
I was like, what?
Also, like I will be real with you. Nice looking snail. He looks like a TV movie ready snail. Like he has all the perfect features of a snail you would use on like a kid's flashcard.
He's got those
He looks like
antennas.
he's got everything. Everything you've ever
That is a
seen.
science book snail.
This is a perfect snail. So like I kind of like this guy.
Can't they just throw salt at it?
You're dark.
If it's a problem.
I think he also
yeah,
is,
are they trying to currently
Yeah,
catch
they're
it and kill
trying
it?
to
I
get
think they're
rid of
trying to
them.
catch him and ship him back to Africa where he belongs.
Oh,
Take
oh,
this.
you're like more of like the poacher style. You're trying to poach the
Apparently.
African snail.
Yeah. The snail is fucking huge. I don't know like
Is it just has to slowly touch you, or are you like, oh no, snail, and then slowly like it has to like come up to your face and like
it might take
eat
your
you?
breath. What is that? I can't see
That's
it.
the African snail.
We
But
can't
it's
see
just
that.
on a person's hand. So how does the snail?
Yeah, there is a doctor with the whole thing in his hand on this thing. I saw the picture.
Does that guy
like-
have some sort of
Yeah,
snail
that guy was-
vaccine?
Well, he
Wearing
has
gloves.
gloves on.
This
This
guy
dude has
wasn't wearing
gloves.
gloves.
That one didn't have gloves on.
That
so
guy's from Florida.
that guy died
That guy
immediately
is
following
immune.
the photo
So
shoot.
that guy's immune to all of this. That's what most Floridians are saying right now. It's like, why the hell do we have to quarantine? We're fine.
It's just an African snail.
We've been through worse.
Oh, now they're gonna quarantine for everything.
Yeah. And you know, Florida people ain't trying to hit no quarantine for nothing. They ain't even going to quarantine when we quarantine.
No.
This is the one state that did quarantine. You telling them because of snails outside, you got them fucked up. They ain't
Maybe it's a-
quarantine.
Maybe it's a clever way to raise awareness about the snail. They're like, the government's declaring another quarantine. It's like, what? Well, because of a snail. Oh, now I'm pissed off at the government quarantine, but I do know that there's a snail around that can kill me. You
That is-
know?
yeah, that is-
awareness.
What was the snail name again from SpongeBob?
Gary.
Gary. Why you- Why did
Come
you
on,
fucking answer it like is this a trick question? Because everyone knows it's Gary.
California becomes first state to cover health care for all immigrants. On Thursday, California became the first state to guarantee free health care for all low-income immigrants living in the country illegally, a move that will provide coverage for an additional 764,000 people at an eventual cost of about $2.7 billion a year. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a $307.9 billion operating budget that pledges to make all low-income adults eligible for the state's Medicaid program by 2024, regardless of their immigration status. It's a long-sought victory for healthcare and immigration activists who have been asking for the change for more than a decade. Nationwide, federal and state governments joined together to give free healthcare to low-income adults and children through Medicaid, but the federal government won't pay for people who are living in the country illegally. Some states, including California, have used their own tax dollars to cover a portion of healthcare expenses for some low-income immigrants.
This is interesting to me. This gets interesting. How do you feel about this? This gets interesting. I like people being covered for healthcare, right? I like that, of course. But well, I will say as much. People who live here illegally, they do still pay taxes, right?
Yeah, they
Not
do.
not always.
A lot of the time.
A lot of the time,
they
though,
have
right?
like universal ID numbers.
Yeah, they have to still pay
like
taxes.
that's kind of just a different department than a citizenship department.
Yeah.
And they just kind of ignore that you don't have a social security number as long as you pay taxes.
Yeah, which I mean, there should be universal health care for all of us. Seeing that we pay taxes, we all do. I don't obviously know why this country can't seem to get that figured out. I think we have somewhat now, but I don't hate this. I do think it's interesting to allocate dollars toward quote unquote illegal immigrants to for healthcare, but I don't have a problem with this. I have nothing opposed to it. I do think, of course, you'll see how people will argue against this. I do think California is a great place, a very liberal bubble, a great place to start and something like this. But I think if you try this in other states, it'd be a very interesting pushback.
Yeah, but I mean, what happens right now if you're an illegal immigrant and you have to go to the hospital? What does wind up happening?
Just fill out another nigga name.
You, I mean, if they pick you, I mean, right now, do they just stick people with unreasonably high bills, like they do with everybody? Yeah, I don't know. It's all a racket, and they probably figured out a way they could make more money off of it. And they were like, "Oh, what if we cover illegal immigrants?" I mean, it's all probably a fucking sham. Like, it's good. They should be covered. Everybody should be covered. We should just pay taxes and have health insurance.
If everything is covered, you think if everything in life was covered, right? If everything was covered.
I mean, other countries cover us if we're there.
I'm saying if everything was covered, like somehow our politicians figured it out, and we had all our needs met. And they was still skimming some shit off the top, right? Well, we caught them skimming. But everything was great. But they was skimming shit off the top. We caught them. It was like, this motherfucker, blah, 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 took $3 billion from America. But everything is magnificent. We don't have we have universal health care. We have this, we have that. The schools are now, equality is here. We haven't had complaints in a while. But this nigga's been stealing money from the country. Do you think we still have a problem with that, President?
Yes. It's like a man cheating on his girl. It's like, I do everything for you. And then she catches him cheating and still complains. It's like, yes.
You still didn't play by the rules.
What?
But like he did everything
You
perfect.
cheated on me.
But
Fuck
he
you.
did.
He's like,
But
so you're
literally
saying like
everything you've asked
in this world, like next presidential election, some guy comes in,
Perfect.
He fucking changes everything. Where like the economy's going up, everything's working out really
America.
well, and he's like, yes, and I siphon myself $2 billion from your
No, I'm
taxes.
joking.
Yeah.
I think he would deserve that $2 billion.
This is my problem. Is that I kind of feel like he deserves that $2 billion.
I want to cheat.
I'm like, I have to cheat. No,
I deserve to cheat.
no, but I do kind of feel like this dude deserves that $2 billion. It's like if he really came through and fixed fucking America,
I would think of it as a bonus.
solved. Yeah, I would be like, if he really made it where people were like, "Yo, racism's gone. It's crazy," and people were like, "Yo, we all have money. Everybody,
Racism's gone in this presidency.
everyone's like, yo, this is insane. This dude's perfect." And then you find out he took $2 billion off the top.
If we all
I
have
think we
like
would still hate
universal
him.
basic income, and he was like, "So I universal basic income myself $1 billion,"
Well,
and we were like, "All right, man, you gave us all 5,000, and it actually helped the government a lot." Like, we're all spending, and there's a artistic revolution. People are understanding each other, and things are good. And you made $1 billion off of
Well,
it. I can't get on board with the billion.
Well, I'm just saying, if we look up and you're like, oh, it's great that everybody has health care and is insured and they're covered in this country, and that's amazing. And it's like, oh yeah, I signed a bill that got me to be able to, put enough money, allocate enough money to health care so that every illegal immigrant or citizen is covered here in California for $50 billion. I looked in that actual budget and we only need to use 48. So I have $2 extra billion.
No,
each.
we have $2 extra billion.
Why do you?
Because it's our money.
You didn't solve anything.
No, but we gave you the money.
You also, you're one of those guys, huh? You gave me the money.
Yes,
I gave you the
people's money.
fucking vision. You didn't even know that you needed this. I made us a thing, motherfucker. And the least you can do is
This is
give
how it
me-
happens.
Yeah, this is how it happens. Of course, this is how it happens. But also, no one solves anything. But no one solves anything. So
Halliburton's like, you were spending money before. Why not just spend it with my company and I'll make money off of it while bombing Iraq?
so you think people don't ever deserve to make back end deals?
Definitely not like that. Not like the.
I wasn't saying him. Yeah, I was just saying.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you in that corner.
I'm saying in general.
If Elon runs for president and he gets like the country on electric cars and it like works really well, and in the process made his own company a
Well,
bunch
he
of
already
fucking
has his
money.
own company. Yeah, what if Tesla just goes to the roof? Do you have a problem with that?
Like Trump making his company his own money, like Trump staying at his own hotels and charging the U.S. government a whole bunch of fucking money, which he did.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking bullshit.
But they were going to charge some other hotel anyway.
But it's like, fuck you. You should be helping.
I'm
not trying to profit off this shit.
I'm not against Trump. I mean, I'm not for Trump at all. But that's just business 101. It's like you're going to pay somebody else. You're going to pay the Four Seasons. If I own a hotel, why might I not use my own hotel? You're going to pay the Four Seasons. For instance, if I was to be in business and I wanted to do a reality show at my house and MTV did a reality show with me at my house, I would charge them motherfuckers location fees. You're going to, wherever we shoot, you're going to be charged location fee anyway.
MTV isn't the country.
MTV isn't the country.
You're not doing a public service. You're allowed to,
but
you're making MTV money.
But they're
so
gonna pay it. Whatever president.
You're saying you're making America money, so pay me.
I mean, you're supposed to be at least, but like you're gonna pay whatever hotel anyway for whatever president to stay there. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I have problems with other things. I'm not focused on.
In those terms, you're a Trump supporter.
Fuck you.
No, I just mean you support him.
I support the ideology behind, hey, if you're going to pay somebody and I have that service, why not pay me? Yes. As long as I can get the job.
I don't want my politicians doing that, though.
I didn't say you wanted your politicians. I also didn't want Trump to be a fucking president.
But I don't think that should be a rule, that you can do that.
Nah.
In the future, in America, too, that's a rule.
That's a rule that you can't stay at your own hotel if you're the president. That's a very fucking niche market of people.
No, I mean, I guess when they were like, they're paying to watch Ivanka and Jared in like their fucking $15 million. There's like a bunch of bullshit extra expenses that it just sucks that we are paying for these people. I understand why the Secret Service needs to protect these people, but the insane level at which he does all this bullshit, is like,
because you don't think niggas is trying to touch him.
My money, it should be theoretically, but it's not anymore. And
are you one of those people?
How this actually works?
See, you know what it is.
You should work for me.
I grew up in the church, so I already have the ideology behind 10% goes to God. 10% comes off the top and it goes to God. So I'm used to people just taking some money from me. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about the government, I do think they should be doing all those things. I do think that as taxpayers, we pay for all these fucking things that are not done. I also just am used to niggas taking money from me and being like, all right, I hope it does something. And when I, put it to the church, I do believe it's doing something, but I also still have to think as a kid, I hope it's doing something. So when I get into like taxes and things, I'm like, oh, you're taking this money. I don't expect you to do shit. I hope you are. And
yeah, but it sucks when
not
like
a great
they like cut a music program at a school for a year because it costs $80,000. And they are spending $80,000 on a rent for an apartment in New York City. So the Secret Service can take a shit while they watch after Ivanka and Jared's front door.
And they also spend $8,000 on you to get off that Delta plane and stay your ass
there's
back.
a lot of money in some places and no money in other places. And
I agree with that.
It's a sad demonstration.
And you didn't even want the fucking dude who came in and fixed everything to have $2 billion, Chris. You're a hater, bro.
Carnival Cruise brawl broke out after alleged threesome sparks cheating accusations.
How did they get to 60 people? It's not.
A wild brawl that erupted on the dance floor of a Big Apple-bound Carnival cruise ship was sparked by jealousy over menage a trois, according to a report. The chaotic fight broke out between roughly 60 people on Tuesday when significant others accused their partners of cheating in a threesome. The skirmish started in a nightclub on the 5th floor of the Carnival Magic ship around 2 a.m. after the angry lovers confronted their respective partners for two-timing on the Seven Seas. The brawlers then began shoving each other and smashing beer bottles, and a woman may have been sliced during the fight, which quickly spiraled out of control.
For sure.
The dust-up lasted roughly an hour and spilled into the casino area on the same level of the ship. The scrum of fighters eventually moved from the 5th floor to the 1st, and the altercation wasn't physical the whole time. The ship's security team tried to break up the fight and eventually called the U.S. Coast Guard. She credited the Onlooker credited security guards who were finally getting control of the unhinged passengers. Another passenger tweeted under the handle 90 said he was at the bar listening to my own music, simping on a Shirley Temple, and then a brawl broke out of nowhere.
I'm listening
He
to
said
my
some
own music.
passengers
Get my
had a
mixtape.
vibe.
Get my
entered the
mixtape.
glass.
My bad, Alana, keep going.
That was kind of it.
Sipping on a Shirley.
What were you doing,
Temple.
sir? I'm minding my own business, listening to my own music. Go download that. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't sipping on my Shirley Temple,
You like
I don't
Shirley
drink.
Temples?
Yeah, you know, I've been sober for, a good 2 weeks now. I'm doing decent.
The article just goes into totally
It's about
different.
help. No, but how does 60 people start fighting because of one threesome?
I
Is
think,
it one threesome when it's like multiple threesomes they're accusing them of?
Yeah, it sounds like only 4 people should be fighting, or 5.
No, I think
Yeah.
it could go to 6 because it could be that the threesome, all of
you're
those
right.
people had partners.
Yeah.
So
And they all
one
brought
of them
family.
maybe found out, yeah, and then they told their group, and they're like, "I'm gonna confront them."
But who told who? Who would even kick it up and be like, hey, I fucked that bitch last night? Like, who's the nigga that...
No, somebody walked over and said, "Hey, did you have a threesome in my ship room last night?" Like
Who would even ask that question?
the guy, the
person
husband,
that wasn't in the threesome.
the husband who wasn't in the threesome.
Yeah, but who he asked that
they
to?
snuck. So the night before,
Yeah.
like
Break it down.
these 3 snuck away to one of those little
Also,
little
okay,
cruise
my bad.
ship
So
rooms.
wait, so in my head, just because in my head, I'm thinking the threesome is like one couple and one extra person. But you saying 3 different separate people, man,
Yeah.
which is a wild thought. It's just a wild thought that on a cruise that 3 different people got on one page like Secret Service spies and all nodded at each other. Was like, you know what time it is? It's time for us to fuck.
Especially if all those people are in relationships.
That's what I'm saying.
all 3 of them
wild.
were in relationship, and all 3 of them had
so
distracted
wild.
their partners.
It's so
Like,
wild.
so it's like the perfect time because they were having fun over there with this group. They were having fun over there, and they were having fun over there. They sneak away to like this guy Jerry's little like small room,
Good old
and then they
Jerry.
get back. Right? They continue their night, 3 different groups. All of a sudden, Jerry goes back that night. He finds something indicative of a threesome. I guess
What?
he would have to find a couple things.
Yeah, like what do you think he found? Because he had to put clues together. He was like, it wasn't just one person in here. It was 2. And then I wonder how that setup looked like. Was it 2 women? Was it 2 men? Was it 3 men? Was it 3 women? What was the setup exactly on this threesome? Because I'm just
Wow.
thinking about the getting on one page, if we're bringing them from 3 different parties, is the wildest part. Was there a group activity going on? Was there a paint and cruise class going on? And then where they meet on the ship? Was there a game being played? They played volleyball. How exactly did these 3 people get on a page?
I
and
think
we
they
gotta
had
fuck
to have
tonight.
met earlier that day in some sort of activity, and they just had a vibe that was undeniable.
I got it. They all met at a trash can. Their significant others were throwing up. Their heads were down, and they were all looking like, we need better for ourselves.
Yeah, and it kind of starts as a joke.
Yeah, and then they were like, are you guys fucking later?
Wow, because then Jerry comes at him, he confronts him. Then it turns into everybody pulls in their own group.
Yeah.
Now it's a big brawl.
60
it sounds like
people?
there was a lot of like yelling, a little bit of physical fighting. I think when they said one woman could have got sliced,
She got sliced.
no, I thought it was like she was like, I could have got sliced.
No,
and then they were
no.
like, did you get sliced? And she was like, I could have.
This is headed to New York City. I think they were being like, one woman may have been sliced. I
Okay.
think that was like, she got sliced. We don't want to talk about it. One woman may or may not have been
Right.
sliced.
We don't want to throw the cruise line under.
Yeah, I feel like this is actually super wild. 60 people seems like way too many of a number. I do feel like that there were some extra kicks getting thrown in.
Or a push, and then a push hit another group, and that group's like, what the
That
fuck?
could happen, but I do think it was some niggas in there just being like, "Hey, I ain't had a fight in a while. I'm getting some hits in for sure." But 60 people is wild, and I hope that whatever this is, I hope it's an episode of Cheaters, and I hope that Peter Guns is hosting. And if we get to see the insight of like what this looks like, I would pay to see this.
Viral TikTok details man allegedly airdropping photos of penis to other passengers on flight. The sick and sad world of unsolicited dick pics took compelling turn this month by way of some since-made viral TikTokery. As you may have seen making the rounds in recent days, a viral video from TikTok user DaddyStrange333 revealed that a man on recent Southwest flight was confronted by a flight attendant after allegedly sending photos of his pee-pee to fellow passengers via airdrop.
I told her to not write pee-pee.
It says pee-pee.
I know.
The original clip shows the man telling a flight attendant he was just having a little fun. Lawrence Martin from Texas. I saw his iPad had AirDrop open, so I knew it was him. And yes, I sure did make a scene. In a follow-up video, the TikTok user said the man, referred to throughout as Larry, had acted like it was a casual Friday on the Denver-bound flight. According to the user, several people on the flight later met with an FBI agent after the incident. They also said a child on the flight had been sent the photo in question, but didn't accept the AirDrop.
Damn, Larry. All for a little fun, huh? You're going to jail now.
What? It's boring on a flight. Thought I'd airdrop my dick a little bit.
Yeah, like that's crazy. But I'll be real with you, man. I'll be real with you. Larry is a weirdo, but there are a world of weirdos out here. People be trying to airdrop you shit places, and I always decline. But do y'all ever get an airdrop and you decline it, but then you wonder, like, what the fuck was that? Like,
This happened to me in Phoenix.
Somebody airdropped you some shit?
When we were at that restaurant, someone tried to airdrop me something.
Yeah, they
and
did. I told you to accept it too, didn't I?
I declined it.
I told you to accept it, though.
I do always want to accept it.
Yeah, because you
but
wouldn't know what the fuck it is, but you also, like, I don't know.
In my mind, I also feel like it could be like
Virus
malware or something. Yeah.
Yeah, some weird shit take over your phone.
Yeah, something like no.
Yeah, it always gets really weird with the whole airdrop game. Like, but your dick is so aggressive.
That's
and on
such a weird
flight,
way to digitally pull out your dick on somebody.
I don't think it was his real dick. I feel like it was probably just an
You think
internet
he-
dick. that
you think
was
he
just
took out an
making a
internet
joke of.
dick?
Yeah.
That's even weirder to be like, this is the dick I want to go with. That means you went and selected a dick. You were like, this is the one. This
He
is
just
the-
sent a picture of a dick in
Yeah.
order to solicit shock.
He got a Finsta with a fake dick.
How could you not know that this was not going to go over well?
And you had all the time on the flight for them to wait on you. The FBI agents were waiting on me when they got off the flight. Of course they're fucking waiting on you. You just hit your dick to like
This
8 people.
This feels like some sort of cry for help from Larry.
The FBI gets involved with like dick pictures.
For
Well,
Larry.
he's a fucking sex offender.
Well, yeah, you're a sex offender and you sent some shit apparently to a kid, even though they didn't accept it. It's like, Larry, you got to go down now. I don't know if
It's a lot of people that you sexually assaulted then.
the FBI is getting involved with this shit is a little wild. Like, what do the FBI get involved with?
Yeah,
It's
why
a
do you
little
gotta
small.
pick and choose?
The FBI needs to be investigated.
Yeah.
I
This is what
agree.
it comes back to.
Why are they
What
fucking
if,
pick-
What
if-
if Larry is the important person they paid $10,000 to per person to get onto that Delta flight?
Aside from my dick, okay?
He's like such a genius, but he's also like sending people dick pics on the flight. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
imagine.
he can't get past himself.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God,
He's like, his-
Larry.
his plans were good, but his dick.
Come with the FBI. Larry, were you dick dropping people? Were you dick dropping people on the flight? And he's like, come on.
Larry.
And
we
they're
all
like,
do
we
it?
need to bring you to the lab immediately.
It's
You know?
Larry.
To the lab.
Yeah,
Who
because he's like
investigates the
very
FBI?
smart.
Nobody. Larry,
Nobody?
apparently, nigga.
The
Larry.
FBI
Larry
just
was
has free
starting to.
reign.
The FBI does have free reign. The FBI.
All right.
I don't.
What
Yeah,
you
what is
mean?
the check and balance?
Why
on
you
the
just say,
FBI?
like, look at me like I was crazy? I mean, I do look crazy, but like,
I guess the CIA is over the FBI, right?
no, what the fuck? Now
They're
you just saying
different.
stuff to confuse us. I think IBM bought the CIA. yeah. I think WME did merge with the FBI. I think that was around. And CAA and the NBA have a collab. Next article.
NCIS.
Man accused of robbing
bank while wearing ankle monitor.
Darren Connolly, who was
Nigga.
on
Darren
parole
Connolly,
for a
who
liquor
was
store
on parole for a
robbery.
liquor store
Apple tagged himself.
Is accused of robbing a Lakewood credit union while wearing his ankle monitor.
while wearing his
A
ankle
convicted
monitor.
felon made it
A
really
convicted
easy
felon
for
made it really
investigators to
easy
track
for
him down when they
investigators to
noticed
track him
his
down when
ankle
they
monitor
noticed
was
an ankle
broadcasting his
monitor was
location during a bank robbery.
Court records filed in Colorado
accused
accused Darren Connolly, 26, of robbing the Canvas Credit Union
while wearing his ankle monitor ankle monitor on
Records
June 15.
indicate the monitor
Records
also
indicate
revealed
the monitor
movement
also
that aligned
revealed
with the
movement
getaway
that
car that
aligned
was
with the
captured on
getaway car that was
surveillance
captured on surveillance cameras just before
There was
the
one
robbery.
ankle monitor in
There
the
was one
area
ankle
of the
monitor
credit
in the
union at the
area
time
of the
of the
credit
robbery.
union at the time
Furthermore,
of the
the same
robbery.
ankle
Furthermore,
monitor
the
arrived
same
in the
ankle
area
monitor
as the
arrived
suspect
in the
vehicle
area as
and
the suspect
left the
vehicle
area
and
at the same
left
time
the
as the
area at the
suspect
same
vehicle
time as
and
the
FBI
suspect
agent
vehicle
wrote
and
in a criminal
FBI agent
complaint.
wrote in a criminal
Images from the
complaint.
federal criminal
Images
case
from
show
the federal
men
criminal
storming into
case
the
show
credit
men
union
storming
armed
into the
with
credit
rifles
union
while
armed
dressed in
with
hoodies and
rifles while
masks.
dressed in hoodies
Court
and
records
masks.
show Connolly was
Court records
arrested a
show
day
Connolly
after
was
the
arrested
robbery.
a day after the
Connolly has at
robbery.
least two
Connolly
felony
has at least
convictions on
two
his
felony
record according
convictions
to
on
the
his
review of
record
his criminal
according to the review
background.
of his criminal background.
I don't get it.
How mad were the other people robbing the bank with him?
Yeah, yeah, nigga,
what the fuck?
Like, also, nigga, how you forget that you have on an ankle monitor? There's no way you forgot. So, like, what did you think you turned it off? Did you think you like, oh, I got enough? Because you have enough time to like move away from where you're supposed to be, but like not enough to rob a fucking bank and then get back. Like, so for him to like think like, oh shit, I'm good. Like, I don't know what he convinced himself of to be like, I can do that. I can rob the bank on Wednesday.
I think he
I'm
just wanted to
down.
be involved. You know,
What do you
he
mean?
just wanted to rob a bank with his
FOMO.
friends.
Nah, fam.
They
They know
he was like, I can do that. They're like, don't you have a ankle bracelet?
They know he on
Robbie?
house arrest. Yeah, but I'm saying
He's
like,
like, no, I can do it.
so he fucked the whole thing up because they got away. They got the money and got away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the ankle monitor led them there.
Damn, Robbie.
And that's a wild story. I don't know what that really take from it, but I
What
just think
country is this in America?
it's definitely in America, ain't it?
It was in Denver, Colorado.
Denver,
Oh,
Colorado.
Denver.
Hey,
That's where Lenny was flying, or Larry was
Larry.
flying
Yeah, that's also where all the conspiracies live.
in the Denver airport.
You already know.
Wow,
Full circle.
that's
Hadn't mentioned it once.
LA County votes to return beach property taken from Black family nearly 100 years ago. Bruce's Beach will be returned to its rightful owners. The seaside
Oh, I didn't
property
know that.
located in Manhattan Beach, California, was previously owned by Willa and Charles Bruce, a Black couple who purchased the beach for $1,225 in 1912. The family would turn the land into a full-fledged resort for Black residents during a time when many beaches were racially segregated. They offered visitors everything from dressing tents and lodge to a dance hall and a cafe. According to CNN, the Bruces endured years of vandalism and acts of violence, including an attack by the Ku Klux Klan. But despite the harassment, the family continued to operate the beach until 1924, when the city seized the land under eminent domain. Officials reportedly condemned the beach and surrounding areas, claiming the city had plans to build a city park. However, the park wasn't built until 1960. Following concerns that evictees would take legal action if the land continued to sit vacant, the property was transferred to LA County in 1995. On Tuesday, the LA County Board of Supervisors voted unanimously to return Bruce's Beach back to the descendants of the original owners. The land is reportedly now worth $20 million. All the terror that is still in our hearts regarding these criminal acts that was perpetrated against innocent people of our family, it's important for people to understand more so than the money that was lost. We lost our family to this. The family said they plan to lease the property back to the county for $413,000 a month. Anthony Bruce, the great-great-grandson of the Bruces, said their agreement allows them to sell the land back to LA County for no more than $20 million. For us as a family, this has a wonderful beginning, and then it turned into a tragic story for my family. Back in the day, prejudice was rampant, and unfortunately, my family was the victim of a hate crime and the prejudice that was around during those times. So now that this is finally taking place for us as a family, we're greatly relieved.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw this article, I was like, man, that's crazy. I also just, as a Black dude, I just started thinking like, damn, I wonder how many other properties out there and things were seized and taken during a time. White people could just take shit from us just off the strength and like wasn't much we could do. What you gonna do? I gotta go to the police. Let them know they just took my shit. It's like, what?
well, the state took it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the state even
Yeah,
took it.
they like eminent domained him out, and they
think-
said, "Oh, we're gonna make it into a park."
No, but that was a little later though, wasn't it? That was after a company somebody came in 1924 and took it. No,
I'm pretty sure I thought the state took it.
the state. I
The
thought they
state
took
took
it.
it.
Yeah, but and the state took it. They were the first people to take it. The
Yes.
state took it first. Okay, I
Yes.
didn't hear that.
Yeah, they used eminent domain to say, "Hey, we're gonna create a public good here." That's what they can seize your land when they like need to build a road through.
Yeah, I see it.
They can say, "Oh, it's better for
No, I didn't see
it's
that part. I
better
didn't-
for." So that's what they were trying to say. Well, it's better for the public good if we could build a park here, and then they didn't build a park there.
Yeah,
And
but
it's insane that it took fucking like what 60 years for that.
It was more.
this is
Like
this
it's
is
like
100.
102
It's 100
years.
years. It's 100 years. Yeah,
Yeah, 1924 they took it.
yeah,
The city seized the land.
yeah. No. And it's only worth $20 million, but it just got me thinking of how many other fucking properties and different things were seized and taken and stuff that we don't have the rights to, or people don't have the actual money from anything, and the city probably just owns. And I wonder, was this family actively pursuing this property? Did they do their own research? I don't know if the city I don't think the city probably just approached them and was like, "Hey, we owe you guys something." I would imagine that the
Crazy
Bruces.
because if that family were to have been able to keep that land, that would have generated generational wealth for their family
For sure.
so long. And like that's why it like sucks being black in America, because there's probably like you're saying, a point to what you're saying is that there's so many families who probably got opportunities, land, businesses, whatever, taken away from them that messed up their generational wealth for their families that could have put them in a much better
So far ahead.
situation now.
And it's for a beach club. Like I talk about this even to this day. Like even my friends talk about country clubs and beach clubs. Nigga, I don't know of any. Like this was obviously built for black people to have a place to go. It was a safe haven for them, and they probably didn't like that, obviously, and was like, let's shut this shit the fuck down. Oh yeah, we gonna build on this. Okay. Oh yeah, then y'all actually never build on it. It was just to shut this shit down because it was something built for black people to go to in 1912.
I hope they keep it. This says that they might sell it back to the city, but I hope they keep it
Yeah.
and they
But keep it and do what with it?
and turn it back into what it was
Now
supposed
you
to
need,
do.
but yeah, but now you gotta get investors. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not
think
saying
they could
I'm not
easily
saying
get
they
investors.
shouldn't. Well, you don't know if they can run a business.
Okay, then sell it to a black. Sell it to somebody black.
Well, I'm not saying that they shouldn't keep it. I'm not saying they can't partner with someone that can run a business or anything like that. I was just saying, like, for them also from the other perspective, your shit was wrongfully taken. I don't know what their expertise is, what they actually do for a living, but $20 million in your pocket also isn't bad to go and start whatever life you wanted to live, and that your ancestors left behind for you something. But I do hear you in keeping it.
Yeah, I heard about the story like a year ago. And
Yeah, we
I knew
did.
They were fighting to like get it back. And
got
we
that
were
shit
kind of
back?
just surprised that there was even any fucking opposition. How.
I mean, because
It was just crazy that it took this long, but that's in Southern California too.
yeah, it is. It is.
Do you wanna-
One question and we out of here.
You want me to fire off some questions from Reddit really quick, and you guys can decide.
Yeah.
If you met the devil today, what would you ask it?
What? How does meeting the devil work?
Yeah.
Like, what's the scene?
Am I in
Set the
hell?
scene?
What? Yes, that's the scene for me. Like, am I gonna be living with him now, or
You're
am I
at
just
dinner.
a guy
You're
like
at dinner.
visiting?
You're at dinner. You're at dinner. He's one of your dinner dates.
He's one of my dinner dates. So I invited him.
Oh, you have the whole dinner with the devil?
No, you only get one question. He's an appetizer.
He's an
He's
appetizer.
just stopping by.
Oh, he's an appetizer. The devil's a whole snack.
Yeah, I would probably waste it. I'd be like, "What's up?" Or I'd just be like, "Why are you here?" And then they'd be like, "That's your one question." I'd be like, "Fuck!
But that'd be a great
can't
question.
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
That's
It's
what I'm
so-
saying.
It's so deep. It's like, why is the devil here?
In the bigger sense of the question.
What
Like, why are you here? Why?
Yeah,
is
why
there
are
a
you
devil?
here?
do they have to give you a good answer? Or
He's
can
the
they just
devil,
be
nigga.
like,
I hope he give you a good answer.
because I felt like it. Poof. And
You're like, what the fuck?
That was.
And then you like live with that forever. You're like, that was devil like. I don't
guy
know exactly
sucks.
what that meant, but
I mean, he would suck. He would probably give you the worst answer. You'd
if
be
you
like,
could ask the devil one thing,
is the devil like the worst?
I'll ask him. No, but he gonna lie to me.
Or is he, like,
He's
smart?
the devil. Also, like, what if I ask him shit? He just lies, and then you're like, you lied. He's like, I'm the devil, bitch.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
lie, ho.
There's a lot of character
I think I would
flaws
just
you're
ask
dealing
him what
with.
hell is like.
Yeah, but then what if he just tells you it's peaceful? Actually, God over exaggerates. It's actually a big ass party at all times, and it's not that fucking hot. And you get there, you're like, you fucking liar. He's like, I'm the devil. He's like, TikTok dances, bitch.
I'm a
Lots
fan.
of them.
Fucking music comes out of nowhere. You're like, oh no, it's all TikTok videos. Like just hell is just a bunch of TikTok videos at once. They're not even good TikTok videos. Wow, that could be a version of hell.
Do you think the devil's attractive?
Hell yeah.
Sin has to look good for you to do it.
Fuck yeah. That was probably
Whoa.
gorgeous as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think sin can be ugly? No, sin is ugly a little bit though. Some sin get ugly.
Yeah.
How
for
people do
sure.
ugly sin? Because you go through the
That would be
attractive
a weird
sin
little
first.
Yeah.
freak.
Or you go through the attractive sin first and it takes you to the ugly
And I feel
sin.
like the devil, as the spokesperson for sin, definitely has to look good.
You think
So
he's the
good because he's
spokesperson?
enticing.
Who else would be?
I think he uses people to be spokespeople.
Wait, I think the devil is kind of different if he's like the spokesperson for sin than if he is for evil, right? Because sin and evil, I think, are two different things.
Do you?
I agree.
Yeah,
Because I don't think all
yeah.
sin is evil.
That's true.
yeah. Because if somebody
I'm
is
with you guys. You
evil-
both seem to be fighting for sin.
look, we're all sinners.
Yeah, I don't know if we're all evil, though.
but like the devil is evil, right?
The devil is evil, yes. Devil is here to kill,
misunderstood.
steal, and destroy. The devil is definitely evil. But also, like, sinning, if you are purposely sinning, is that evil? Or
I
you
think
just
sinner devil
purposely-
sounds more fun. I think sinner devil sounds like
Sinner devil?
Yeah, like this, like
What does that
kind of
even mean?
the sinner version of the devil I'm seeing as like kind of attractive, like you said, attractive, enticing. It's something you want to do, but it's bad and it's scary and,
And
it'll
evil,
manipulate you.
and evil is
And
different.
it is, and evil is just like this guy's the fucking worst. He's annoying. He's ugly. He's
And
gross.
I think the devil.
No, that's not
he's
evil.
like fucking.
The devil is a fallen angel. He was an angel, so he was like very charming, and because
Yeah.
he was convincing the other angels that he
Lucifer
was better than God.
comes.
So I feel like he has to be.
No, he was very charming.
He is the spokesperson of spin.
'Cause he's
I'm
and he
like,
pow-
was
he's
the,
powerful.
He was
He's
the angel of
selling it.
music. So he was
Yeah.
like, y'all niggas, listen, get a load of this shit. Play the record for them niggas. He played Ignition. Niggas was like, damn, where you going?
He's like, I did
He
that.
like down there.
I did that.
Follow me. Follow me to a place.
What would you ask him? Are you,
Well, I asked.
are you
the devil.
saying that like it would just be
I
a
just
waste?
fucking be a waste because he don't lie to me. But if I ask him
But
some
it's so
shit,
interesting.
I'd be like, yo, why you on God dick so much?
He's like, he's on mine.
I'm like, well played, devil. That guy's good. Oh shit! What would you ask the devil?
I already asked. I'm like, what
What
is hell?
do you-
really?
what
What
is-
was the hell? Oh yeah. What's your house like? You like typical question, bitch. I'm rich. Okay, it's a big ass place. A lot of people live there.
I thought of it as a joke, and then I was like, I'd be interested. I was gonna say, what is the biggest trick you've ever played?
That's a good one.
The biggest trick.
He's like this one.
The
Why did your
biggest-
face look like
the
that?
biggest
At the
trick
end,
the
he was
devil's ever
like,
played.
"Yeah, that's it. That's gonna get him."
Because
The biggest
Yeah.
trick
Yeah,
you've ever
he
played.
was
Like, you
like-
mean like prank, or you mean like the biggest?
the biggest trick the devil ever played.
Sounds like
Oh,
a
you're.
country
Oh,
song.
I'm so sorry. I got so lost. That's no. Is that still hitting? No, it's still hitting. I got so lost. I thought he was asking a new question, and he was asking, "What is the biggest trick that I've ever played?"
No, that's what I would.
Ask the devil.
ask
What's
the
the
devil.
biggest trick you've ever played?
Yeah.
He's like, "Yo, trick ass bitch." He's like,
You know, maybe I'd ask him.
he don't answer, God damn. He don't answer nothing serious.
All three
I'm
of
the
us.
devil, bitch. I do what I want.
All right, well, we got the devil on the show. Give it up. You just give
Easy.
shitty answers.
Maybe I'd ask him if he regrets it all.
Ooh, do you regret leaving heaven?
Yeah.
He like, yeah, bitch, I regret getting my own place and having followers. Yeah, it's not popping. He owns fucking social media. Think about that. God don't own social media,
But God owns everything now.
but the devil kind of running social media though.
If the God or the devil has to have ownership of one thing, who do you think has more ownership?
I don't get what you
Like
asked.
Twitter can't be half gods, half Twitter belongs to the devil, right?
No, I think God has it. I don't think there are more
good
Satanists.
things.
I think people that I think
So maybe there are more good people as well. Maybe good
God
people
could just take out
are
the
in the
devil.
majority.
I had this conversation with Steelo the other day when I woke
What?
up. I was pissed.
she was out of nowhere, got mad,
'Cause
questioned
I'm
all
like,
faith.
Why even like you made everything, right? You made the devil, right? Why not just take him away? Like, why do this to us?
Because God likes a little fun.
Yeah.
He's just bored with
He's
our
like, well, what
lives.
fun would that be for me?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like God is kind of traditionally like a little flawed. Like as a character is a little flawed.
Okay, here you go with
No,
this.
it just means he
loves this.
likes
Chris just
to-
gets
he
stripped
likes
This is
down.
his favorite. Yeah.
You're right. Why wouldn't you make it all good? Because
Yeah.
then heaven wouldn't be as enticing.
I'm enticed to
It's all just a
Enticed,
test,
yeah.
right?
If you're like, yo, I'm gonna make everything perfect in earth, and then also when you guys die, it'll still be perfect in heaven. I'd be
Yeah.
like, great deal.
I'm in.
I'm shaking.
Thank you.
Shake on that.
You as a parent, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're the best God.
the best.
Yeah. But then he's like, nope, you got to learn a lesson.
And I'm like, but
I'm like,
you-
just read it to me.
This is
I
a
don't wanna
test.
go. But why?
This whole life is a test.
Okay, and then if we fail,
Yeah, you're right. It's like,
but then
come
if we
on,
fail,
God,
we
just
go to
let
hell?
us in.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I care about you, but
Yeah.
I'll
It's a
sentence you
test.
to forever fucking burn. I mean, I almost failed the DMV test. I know how bad that was. Shit, I almost felt like hell. I was like, this is crazy.
you just took a DMV test in California.
Yeah, I told you this.
Yeah, you did. But
I failed.
you failed, and then you had to
No,
and then
I
you
passed.
had to study and
Ultimately,
retake.
no, I didn't have to leave the place or anything.
But you had to but they went like, this is failed, and then you had.
That's
you
not
could
what they
take-
do. First of all, you're trying to make me feel like shitty.
Failure.
You're still using stamps. No, it was on a digital whole thing, a computer, and I'm clicking it and I'm doing the whole thing. And I'll give you the full story. I thought I already told the story, maybe not, but I'll give you the full story. My girl, Alahna, who's also on the podcast right now.
Hey, guys.
I'm telling oh yeah, I had a dude gonna hook us up and take us to the DMV and set us up and get us through and everything.
You got a DMV guy?
I'm a DMV guy, yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's taking us through everything. He's got all of our paperwork in order and everything. So he can just walk us through, get us straight through. So you're gonna take the written exam. You guys both have out of state licenses, so you have to actually take a full exam versus a half exam when you already have a California license.
I don't trust this DMV guy at all.
No, he's great.
I just imagine that
No, he's perfect.
that he's like, yeah, I can get you in at the DMV.
Oh no. He takes all big celebrities.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even I'm little on his list. I shouldn't even be on his list. He takes
Because I imagine it is a different experience at the DMV as a celebrity. You're right. There has to be a DMV.
yeah, it has to be a guy.
A DMV guy.
There's a guy. Yeah.
Hilarious.
So he handles everything for us. Cool. So the day before, I asked him, hey man, how I'm gonna make sure I pass this test? You know, I ain't taking a fucking written exam since I was 16 years old. This is crazy.
Because you had to get a California license.
It was my first
Illinois.
time. This is crazy, fam. In 18 years, I ain't taking a fucking written exam. I gotta take a written exam. He take the practice test on the app. They have practice exam on the app. Take that, you'll do fine. I'm like, all right, cool. Take the first time, that's 3. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Take the second time, I pass it fully. I get 100%. I'm like, easy. Alana's like, what are you doing? She's asking me in the morning. I'm like, I'm taking the practice exam for the DMV test. She's like, you didn't even tell me you were taking the practice exam. We're both going to get the practice exam, the test, and you didn't even tell me. I said, you can download the app on
I
your
was
shit too.
pissed. I
I
was
was
so
like, take the
mad.
practice exam.
She also had to take the same test. You
Yeah.
didn't tell her there was a
Yes.
practice exam.
Well,
Yes.
she didn't. I didn't know until she didn't know until the day.
He had the app. He had all
No,
the
listen, no,
links.
because she's being. You're a piece of shit. That's not true. Number one, she didn't make a decision on if she was taking the test until basically the day before.
What?
Yeah, because you didn't know if you were going to get if you're going to have a letter and everything, if he's going to take it. So I couldn't confirm you on the appointment. You knew that. Don't do that because then you know
Okay,
that.
continue your
It's true.
story.
So then after we confirmed her, cool, I let her know that morning. She was like, oh, you on the app? Cool. She gets on the app. She does not take the practice exam. She's reading the pamphlet, the whole book. So I look at her, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing reading the whole book? The dude say take the practice exam and you'll do fine, right? She's like, I'm gonna just read the book. I'm like, I hate people like you.
We
dude.
got into the biggest
I'm like,
argument over
you look
this.
goody two shoe ass. Like you fucking doing too much work. The dude told us to fucking take the practice exam. He takes everybody into the DMV. Why would he fucking set us up for failure? Like trust this dude. So we go in, we do everything. I get in somehow before her to take the test before her. She's like in line to take the test while I'm taking it. I lean over as I'm taking the test and said, Alahna, nothing from the practice exam is on. I say, I'm not doing well at all. The guy says, hey, you know talking. I said, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pass. So I failed the first time. I clicked through. It digitally just says, you failed. I am so embarrassed because for me, there's a level of like, I'll be real with you here. I'll even be a buck with you. I smoked beforehand and Alahna told me I was stupid. And I was like, this test is going to be so easy. I passed the practice exam 3 times. I'm fine. I can smoke and do this thing. It's fine. So when I failed the test, I was like, fuck. Like, I am so afraid. So I don't even know that you can take the test 3 times in a day. So I walk outside like defeated. Like, my life is over. I have to like now come back here on a different day and meet these people again and be like, hey, it's the guy who didn't pass last time. So I go outside. The guy walks outside. He follows me. He's like, hey, Steelo, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, what do I do, man? What day do I have to come back? He's like, you can go back in and take the test again. I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, you get 3 fails in a day. And if you fail it 3 times a day, then you have to book a whole other day. But you get 3 chances. I'm like, all right, well, there's no way I'm going to fail this test twice. I failed that test twice. Oh, Chris, no. I failed this test the second time. And I got to a place where I was like, I don't want to take the test again on the same day. I need to possibly go home and regroup, get myself together because you're not yourself. You're failing this test. Until I see Miss Marty Pants behind me and basically have like a diploma line. She's in the diploma line, like getting her license to pass the first time. Like, read the booklet. And I'm like, bitch. I'm like, you fucking know I'm struggling over here. And you look way too happy in that line. She's like, babe, you're really not going to pass. She looks back at me.
I did not.
But you were like, no, she was like, you're not doing okay. I was like, babe, I don't know what's wrong with this test. Something's wrong with this. I started blaming the fucking computer. That's how you know you're frustrated. I'm like, something wrong with this test. Because I didn't miss the amount they told us that we can miss the second time. But then I told myself, I said, Sterling, look, stop playing. Get your shit together. There's no fucking way you're going to fail this test 3 times. You're a smart dude. Pass this fucking test. And I passed the test.
Oh,
and
I want like a studying montage where you're like reading the pamphlet.
No, I went
and reading it over.
No, I just did it right back again. And I was like, stop being a fucking idiot. Because I was in my head too much about like them trying to trick me. And I was like,
was it a different test the second and third time?
No, also they tell you which answers you missed the first time.
So you were like, okay, I just gotta get that one different.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, that's easy now as you guys tell me. Yeah. I'm getting answers and I'm just like, oh, it's real like California shit. They'll be like, if you're on the side of a cliff, which way do you want your wheels turned if it's next to Mulholland Drive? You're like, what the fuck does this even mean? Like, it's just not the same as
towards the
Of course, yeah. We got all that shit.
I
was just trying to give you a California.
Hills.
We don't have hills in Chicago.
I've always found that out when people come visit and they're like, man, hills, right? And I'm like, I never thought about it. But hills everywhere.
So many hills. A lot of people who come here and visit don't even want to drive because of the hills. They're scared of them.
They're scary.
Neither here or there. Did we do it?
I think we did it, you guys. Happy
4th of July.
Midsummer
Independence
celebration.
Day. You know, we want to do
Day.
something around this time next year. Something maybe in between Juneteenth and July 4th. You know, call it June Tween. And we just do something, you know, where we allow, you know, the whites on the 4th of July and the blacks on June 19th to come together. For right in between.
Wine and Weed podcast celebration.
Wine and Weed podcast celebration.
You guys, thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for Alahna. For reading
Thank
the
you,
facts.
Alahna.
Thank you, guys.
I am Steelo Brim.
I'm Chris Reinacher.
Zip it up.
Zip it out.
Hey.